From Big Rock Casino in Espanola, New Mexico. We're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. We're probably in for a treat here, as in the scratch division we have two bowlers that today went a combined plus 1,014 playing each other for the title. That's not a typo. Cortez Schenck just set our all-time 8-game record. He obliterated it at plus 564. But right behind him was Danny Cobine, who like Tez shot 800 in the semis. Got him up to plus 448. So two guys who have struck all day long going at it here near the top of the points races as well. So should be a great one over in scratch. Right now Cobine's gone spare, Tez has gone spare strike, so we're picking this up in the third. Over in the handicap division, where there's been lots of high scoring today as well, Harvey is taking on Salazar for the title. Both of these guys have titles, so they're looking to add to their collections. Kyle qualified first at plus 310. Zach was right behind at 280, and the difference is 4. Zach's got to win by 4 to tie and 5 to win. Essentially house today at Bourbon Street, and we don't put out easy patterns very often on tour, and when they do, they absolutely light it up. Plus 57 handicap cut, plus 46 scratch cut, and obviously the records we've already talked about. However, Cobine's gone spare to open it up. Sometimes when we have these ultra high scoring days, the scratch title matches don't always end up as high, as the lanes start to change a little bit. But these guys have been just so deadlocked that I would be shocked if Danny doesn't start stringing and if Cortez doesn't do the same. Third frame strike working for the new all-time record holder. And wouldn't you know it, spare strike spare. For 6 shots, neither one's doubled.
I think he likes that right.
Didn't look zoned in on either lane really in practice.
I think the left lane was okay.
Even though scoring is obviously dictated by the pattern, you know, Tez isn't gonna go 560 up on US Open. It's still a really coveted record to have our all-time number. It was William Haverland at 503 for years, then Jacob broke it last season at 509, and Tez had 499 through 7 today, so just demolished that record. Low game of 232, that was game 2. I got too much to share. You just read it and be amazed. And that's what sets the record. Salazar having a great weekend, finishing the top 5 yesterday, so he'll go back-to-back top 5s. Won his lone title in Lubbock. Fun weekend here in Espanola, up in way north in New Mexico. Thanks to Travis and the crew for hosting us. Danny has got to be absolutely thrilled with going spare, and still being in this match. There we go. He can quote unquote only max for 268. That would have lost 3 games already to Tez's goals.
It would have lost to Tez's first 2 games in the semifinals.
So fortunate that he's still in this match, even at this point. He's got to feel like this is a must strike, even though it's only in the 5th frame. Meanwhile, Salazar has yet to strike in that handicap title. He's got a washout to shoot out to stay clean here in the 3rd. He's not going to have that, unless he gets real lucky. Almost did. So early advantage to Zach. Danny doesn't have the ridiculous stats that Cortez does, but everybody who knows him knows he is a threat to win every time he shoots up. There is that double. I think it's game on here. I don't think we're going to see any other balls miss the pocket. Harvey with the spare working in the 3rd. Uh-oh. Made a couple splits in his 215 to 212 win over Karim Sanchez in the semifinals. The only thing, Cardino beat Isaiah Zuni in round 2 in handicap, and Isaiah won round 1, that guy, over Amelia Fasting. Amelia finished second in the women's series to Brie Vargas, who, look out, who made the girls TPC with that double in the 10th win over Amelia. In scratch, Matt Tran had back-to-back top fives. He won round 1 over first-time finalist Carson Opella. Then he beat William Yoder 250 to 230. Cobine stopped Tran 240 to 210 in the semi. And as I was just talking about, they didn't miss the pocket, but the only thing that's going to stop either one of these bowlers is bad carry, and that solid 9 was frustrating for Tez right there, as he's only Dutch through the first 5 frames. It's almost like a reverse challenge that they both expect to score so high at this point that if they do anything other than strike, it's kind of like a weird backwards pressure that gets put on them. No trouble with 3 so far, 3 for 3 on lane 3. Nice strike from Harvey off that open frame. Essentially all tied up. In handicap, Salazar leads by 5 on the scoreboard. There we go. Some emergency Harvey surgery going off camera left here.
Couple hand issues this week.
A lot of bowling this weekend. A little higher elevation. Who knows? Oh yeah. See why the scores were so high today. It wasn't really too far left, but just if you miss left, it holds. If you miss right, it recovers. These guys are, whoa man, these guys are used to bowling on such grind out patterns that we put out the vast majority of the time that you just give them 3 or 4 boards and it feels like they got 3 or 4 arrows. And at this talent level, once they loosen up that arm swing, they can just strike for days. Well, a bad break for Kyle is the 8-10s there. He's got enough power to not 8-10.
The 8-10 was coming this week, by the way.
It's weird, like sometimes it looks like you carry everything and then you get these little streaks. Weird
I've never
carry.
seen so many 8-10s in my life.
Good shot for Cobine to spin to a 20-pin lead. Wow. Can't miss that far left. Left off his hand and gonna give Tez new life. As it stands, if Tez comes up in doubles, they'll be all even through 7 frames. All right. Nice shot from Brad. Part 2 should be great. We'll have it right after